What the fuck just happened? Ladies and gentlemen, this was a race. That's all I'm going to say about it. This was definitely a race. I'm sitting next to the trophy and the winning car of Hobbs, Two Fishy Motorsports, gets another win. The AAA 500 here, 400 at Auto Club, it was absolute chaos. This turned into basically a drafting style track just with braking. There was a lot of sending, a lot of beef, a lot of just really unnecessary moves. And when it came down to it, all racing etiquette was thrown out the window in a crazy, crazy finish. This was looking like a strategy race for a while, especially in stage three, sorry. The final stage, it was a long one. People were trying to stretch the tires. They were trying to make it on one stop. And I would have liked to see how the strategy would have shaken up. Unfortunately, the cars were broken and they just could not get up to speed. So we had to throw a caution, fix the cars, and then it was a 33-lap dash to the finish. Then we had a caution with about, I think it was 4 laps to go, and it set up green, white, checkered finish. Well, it should have been green, white, checkered. It was actually 3 laps to go. And all racing etiquette was thrown out the window, people going off tracks, people just flying everywhere. And then we got down to the last corner. I don't think there was a single person that didn't send. As you're seeing on your screen right now, almost everyone's up into the wall. Then you see the 2 emerging cars, the 16 of Hobbs and the 12 of F-Soul, side by side at the line. We thought it was a tie initially. We could not tell who won, but after review, the 16 of Hobbs came home the winner. I caught up with him after the race. The race winner here of the AAA 500, Hobbs in the 16 car picks up his first win as a part of Two Fishy Motorsports. Hobbs, an insane race, and it really came down to the end there. You edged out the 12 car by a nose. I mean, that had to be some stressful moments there, just waiting for the official word on the finish there.
I got slowed down with 2 to go, and I thought my race was over, and I kind of just sent it into turn 3, and it somehow worked. And then I find myself right next to F-Soul, and I'm like, oh my god, this could be a photo finish. And then after the race, I look at the replay. I genuinely could not tell who won, me or him. I couldn't tell. It was so close.
By a nose. Two Fishy has swept the first 2 races of the of this D1 season, kind of like how Big Bug has swept swept in the D2 ranks. For just a brand new team, it's got to feel good getting some success. 2 wins already, 2 races into the year. Hey, 3 if you count the Clash, actually.
Yep.
It's got.
We swept Daytona too. We swept the Daytona stages. I didn't realize that until a couple.
I guess if you count the stages as wins, yeah.
Did Kappa win a stage today? I'm not sure.
I think he did. Trey, bro.
Hello, Trey. Hello, Trey.
All right, so we were rudely interrupted by Trey. Just your race winner, the 16 of Hobbs, continuing his winning ways from last year. Tried to catch up with F-Soul, but he was very, very angry from this race. I wouldn't say angry, but not in the mood for talking. So unfortunately, I do not have an interview with him. He had quite the race of up and downs, and he was there at the end. But once again, he finishes second, proving to be this league's Sheldon Creed. So last but certainly not least, let's look over the finishing order. Obviously, the 16 of Joshi or Hobbs wins the race by 1/1000th of a second, we're calling it. F-Soul in second, Chase in third in the 51. Very, very good run for that part-time car. Mason in fourth, Kappa in fifth, Austin in sixth, another very solid result for that 35 team. Spongy in the 66, subbing for Roach, finishes seventh. Queeg in eighth, who I predicted to win. K-Bell ninth, he was running near the front all day, just a really bad end of the race. Caleb 10th, Crowdy 11th. We have 76ers 12th, Schmidt 13th, and CJ2K finishes last. So, I guess that wasn't the last thing because now we have to look at the points. They're going to flash on your screen right here. Not going to go over all the points. Just look for your favorite driver here. Obviously, 12 get in. 2 drivers with wins already locked into the playoffs, Hobbs and Kappa. We knew they were going to win at some point this year. They're just way too good. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the USCL Media Channel. Next week, we go to Phoenix, site of last season's championship race. I like Phoenix a lot for multiple reasons, and I'm ready to get back there this weekend. This is Mason, signing off. We'll see you next week, USCL.